the end of the day, we're still just selling to people. Obviously, data driving marketing will never change. It's always going to need data. You got to have it and you got to understand it. And you don't have to be, you don't have to understand everything, but you got to think of things from a common sense standpoint. That doesn't change. Just because the years go by, it's just different tools. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we're still just selling to people. What moves people? What moves people today hasn't really changed. The thing that's going to continue to change in the next year for sure is privacy is going to increase, capturing data, anything that's related, anything that's more identifiable, age, gender, those types of things are going to become, especially in the United States, those are going to come under more target. In the United States, we used to be able to target by language and ethnicity and those types of things. And all of those data elements are falling off of targeting capabilities. Okay. So
Oh,
you got
okay.
to figure out other ways to say, how would I get this audience if I'm trying to get that audience? It's about thinking a different angle. So AI is going to help you, but I don't think it's going to replace the marketer.
It's gonna
It's
make it,
going to
yeah.
enhance it. It's a 40x multiplier if you use it. But the privacy is going to restrict more and more data. And so you got to think of other ways that you'll be able to identify what's responding based upon what you're doing. But there's some basic things like understand the mechanics of things, the fundamentals, and be willing to, I'm in a big purge drive right now. So in other words, what I mean by that is like, I'm going through, if it's stuff that we haven't used, if it's old designs, old ideas, I'm very likely to just shred it and throw it away. Because what I was as a marketer when I made that the first time, I'm a different marketer today. I'll think of a different way to solve the problem. And I don't want to jade myself with an old solution always. It's not that you don't gain some experience from those, but sometimes it prohibits you from being creative. So you have to upturn the box and say, okay, let me look at this all fresh, all new. And how you started out with this, you have to just simply say yes. And you got to say yes quicker, because the world today is going to go faster and faster, especially with AI.